What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Bob's Garage, and today I'm going to show you how to unbolt the exhaust in a B5 S4. Alright everyone, welcome back. We're underneath the car today and we're learning how to unbolt the exhaust. So let me show you this. This car has aftermarket downpipes as well as catalytic converter deletes or test pipes, and also they call it a catback system, but sorry, I don't have a lift, but it has a catback Miltech exhaust system. Miltech was really popular over 10 years ago to put on these cars, and the downpipes are aftermarket. I can't even remember what brand they are. It doesn't really matter. So having said that, what we're going to try to do today is unbolt the exhaust. I'm going to show you what it takes to do that. So we have these bolts that run into the downpipes themselves. We also have a couple tension clamps on this pipe, and then there's one closer to me, as well as a couple exhaust hangers. So there's one here in front of the resonator, and then further back, let me see if I can get it to show up on camera. Further back right there is one other hanger. It looks like that's about to pop out. Look at that. And so we got two hangers and then the downpipe bolts. If your car has stock exhaust, it's going to look a little bit different. So you're going to have multiple catalytic converters in your exhaust. Let me slide back here. And so you have turbo back catalytic converters, or I think they call them pre-cats. And those are immediately behind your turbochargers. So if you're doing any modifications or anything, those are the first thing you remove because they're the biggest restriction. They catch a lot of heat and can cause fires and stuff, especially if you're doing stuff with a manual car like anti-lag or anything like that. So basically don't use anti-lag if you have your pre-cats or stock exhaust downpipes still in place. Having said that, you'll see there's, let me back up a little bit, but there's a lot of space in this region here underneath the car. That's because there's also another set of catalytic converters, your main cats, that typically reside in this spot here. So this car has effectively what I call test pipes, which is a pipe that goes from there over to here. You can see it's bolted in, and from there over to the other downpipe. So test pipes are for off-road purposes only, and basically it removes your emissions. So if you look up here, that is an O2 sensor that's not being used. It's just literally just dangling there, not plugged into anything, and it's coded out in the ECU. So without that being coded out or programmed out, you will get a check engine light. I do not get any check engine lights because race car. Alright, let's what we're gonna do is spray all these bolts with a little PB Blast, WD-40, liquid wrench, whatever the hell you got, but get them nice and lubed up. You can see I'm gonna have to replace this nut and bolt set. It's completely rusted out, and I might even need to get some new exhaust flange gaskets down here. They are probably pretty dead, but that's okay. And let's go ahead and spray these down here. Alright guys, we got our nuts up. Well, and these off. I think this up here is 916 wrench and a 14 socket. I'm going to be different down here. It's not shot in, like stuff. So, okay, looks like moving. That's good. Can you give me a 916 socket, please? Like a long socket. So typically our cars are uncomplicated, but once you just unpop the shop, and do on the side. And put some standard stuff here. Oh, we're doing one of these off. That's good. Okay. And you get this out of here. Either shove a little screwdriver through it or tap it. So I had the exhaust. The exhaust was replaced or repaired back when the car wash tried to eat my car. So it the car wash basically destroyed my homemade fabricated mid pipes. Mid pipes are the pipes that go from the downpipes to the catback system. Okay. Alright, now we gotta try to get up here. Alright, there we go. There we go. Okay, let's not strip anything out here. Alright. Should note, always wear safety glasses when you're working up above your head and all that stuff, especially if you're spraying WD-40. Can't get my wrench to hold this. There it goes. Oh, that didn't sound good now, did it? Okay. Swivels are the way to go. Alright. Oh. It's getting loose. Is there like laying loose up front on the edge of the table, like a straight breaker bar looking wrench thing? Like a second? Yeah. I think. Okay. Alright, let's see. Almost broke me. This way, you guys are card on it. You got one, you guys want to check out? I can't see what's on there. Can you get me the regular ratchets on here? Thank you. Okay. Bring it now. That works. Okay. Shit. No, it's not. Just a little bit. Okay. Okay, there it is, guys. All right. Oh boy. Okay. That time the nut got free. Wow, that is hot. But my bolt is stuck in my wrench. This is a 12-sided wrench, box wrench, and it sucks because now the bolt spun inside the wrench. Alright, do the same for the other side here, and then we can move on to the back of the exhaust. Alright guys, so there you have it. We got the front exhaust flanges unbolted and loose. And now all that's left are the hangers. So the flexible hangers here and further back, I realize that's completely upside down. But it should be somewhere around a 12 millimeter or 13 millimeter or so. And then a Torx for the middle one. Okay, so there you have it. We dropped the exhaust. I know I didn't show every single part. The exhaust is very, very heavy. So just be very careful while you're working on it. In my case, these are the front flanges that bolted to my downpipes. Those were, I believe, 9/16 the hardware. They were nut and bolts. And then these were I want to say there was like a Torx bit. And then there's another set back in there. And then two more way in the back of the car. And these were, what were these? 13 millimeter? So there's a bracket there and a bracket there. These are just stock OEM brackets and, or, you know, the vibration dampening mounts. And I just unbolted them from the body. What I might do is pop off that rubber flex piece so I can remount the bracket up into the car. I was just trying to figure out the best way to do it to drop the entire exhaust because it's a heavy bastard. So that's it. You got two 13 millimeters there, two 13 millimeters there. I think those were two 13 millimeters. The middle section was Torx. Can't remember off the top of my head. T40, T45? T45, thank you. And then it's going to be a little bit different for your exhaust. you might have slip clamps, which are those. I left mine on for this case. I might still unbolt those just once I drag the exhaust out. We'll see. So that's it. Let me know if you have any comments or questions on how to unbolt your exhaust. And be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time.